Yo, what's up and good morning, guys. It's a little bit chilly out here. School started back up on Monday, so I've been back in school down in Florida where it's been really hot, and it's a little bit chilly this morning. It's like 55, so we got the sweatshirt and pants on. Should be a good day for motos though. Should be really nice and cool, so that's gonna be awesome. Track's looking great out here. This is kind of a close one to home for me, being only like 3 hours from my house, so should have a lot of friends and family out here, so it should be a really fun round. Track's looking awesome. We're just out on our warm-up jog right now, but figured I'd break the camera out and show you guys a little bit of the track this morning because it just looks absolutely epic. But yeah, as you guys know, this is the season finale, round 12 of 12 of the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross National Championship. Definitely bittersweet moment. This is one of my favorite tracks and like one of my favorite areas, and the day is absolutely perfect. But of course, today means that this is the last day of the season, which is pretty sad. I know I say it in like every episode, but the season has absolutely flown by. Still feels like I was just getting ready and heading out to California for the first round. Been a really fun one, really successful one. Stoked to have just qualified for like pretty much most of the ones that I went to, and just getting better and better with every round. Obviously, we're still healthy, which is the #1 goal through all these. And we've actually been racking up some pretty good results, kind of better than what I was expecting to do. So yeah, it's been an awesome season so far, but it's definitely easy to get caught up in like the grind of the season when you're in the middle of it. You're just so focused on racing and doing the training and the traveling and everything that you forget to just take a second, step back, and just like take in what you're really doing. Something that not a lot of people get to experience, and sometimes I just forget to just take a step back and enjoy it. So I think that's what today is going to be all about. Just enjoying the experience, having a lot of fun out there. Of course, we want to make it in and get some really good results, but ultimately just want to have a really fun day. The track's looking awesome back there. See, we made our way down to the starting gate right now. We're just out on a little morning warm-up jog. But yeah, if there's one thing I want to do today, it's have fun. We got to watch the dudes rip press day yesterday, and they made some really cool track changes. Got some big floater tables out there, so we'll go out there, have some fun, throw some whips, lay down some fast laps, put it in these motos. But before we get started and everything gets too hectic, I want to just give a huge thank you to you guys for always staying supporting and watching these. It's been really cool to see all the support and just how stoked everyone is on these videos. Definitely continue to do this type of stuff next season. Of course, you guys already know, and we got a lot of cool stuff planned for this winter, so huge thank you to you guys. But before we get on with the rest of this video, we got to do a little weight reduction here. All right, business is taken care of. Real quick, I also wanted to mention that I did get some new merchandise dropped a couple days ago. I posted it up on my Instagram, but I haven't mentioned it in a video yet. Kind of like tropical logo that I've been putting in all these vlogs. Finally got those on some shirts, some sweatshirts. I got some stickers made and some iPhone cases made. If you guys have enjoyed the season and you want to support the effort for next season and possibly some Supercross this year, I'll put the link up. You guys can go check out the new merchandise, maybe cop some swag. Always love seeing it when you guys come up to me at the tracks with the Jaywalk shirts on. Definitely really awesome. Or if you guys want to be awesome and help out even more, you can head over to my Patreon that I just started. I think I mentioned it a couple times before, but I've made a couple different tiers that you guys can support, which gets you a bunch of different perks. And for the month of August, I'm actually going to be doing a jersey giveaway. It's going to be a really special jersey, one that's really holds a lot of history for me. It was a jersey that I wore to a second place finish in 450B, right behind Aaron Plessinger at the 2013 Loretta Lynn's Amateur National Championship. So that was pretty cool. And then the following year, I qualified for my very first Pro National in it at Redbud. So all the Patreon supporters are automatically entered to win that jersey, and each tier gets you like one more entry to win that jersey. So I posted up the guidelines on my Instagram, so you guys can go over and check that out. If you want to win that jersey, head over to patreon.com, become a supporter. You guys don't have to continue your support after August, but this is just like the easiest way for me to track who like entered the raffle to win it. But anyways, guys, that's enough of that talk. We're gonna head back to the rig, get dressed up because riders meeting is in like 20 minutes, and then we're gonna head out here and lay it down and just have a good time. Got the crew out here today. What's up, Joey?
What's up, man?
What's going on, Paul? So yeah, you guys noticed we're in a different rig today. Like I said, went back down to Florida this week. I drove the van and my new 450 down, so that stuff's all in Florida. I just flew back up for this race, so we have my dad's truck and trailer out today. So if you guys are looking through the pits and you were looking for the big red van, sorry, I did post it on my Instagram that this is what we were gonna be ripping in. So hopefully a bunch of you still find us. I'm sure you guys will. But anyways, bike's all ready to go. Joey and Paul are doing a great job. It's time for me to gear up and head up to riders meeting, then go out there and lay it down.
And see if he can't run it down from row 2.
Last time he did it, it was very close. But you know what? That would be an interesting. Maybe we could get him to come back out here at Ironman. But out on the racetrack right now, Rob Minus, we have got some style flags to allow the riders to know that ahead of them, someone's gone down, and it's a little illustrated for a year, and you get I've seen over the years anyway, Racer X Illustrated subscriptions, the free gifts that they give, and Ironman Get Points. So you folks out there want to make sure that all your social media you can realize this, because I didn't see the lap times that these guys were putting down during yesterday's media day. But according to the information that I got, 18 racers were turning about a 4-second faster lap. These are young riders, not quite as experienced, and they're not seeded as they say. They don't have national points yet, or not enough national points.
Alright guys, so that was actually a pretty good session. The track was really like sloppy still, and it was kind of ruddy, and the sun was like just coming up over the hills, so coming down some of those straightaways the sun was really gnarly and you couldn't really see anything. But the track's really fun. That huge jump in the middle is really fun. I don't know if my dad got it on camera, but the first time I went to send it, I cased the absolute crap out of it. I thought I was going way more than fast enough, but yeah, it's a booter for sure. But yeah, we ended up 6th in that one with a 2:12, as you guys just saw on the pit board. So we're watching the A practice right now. I'm not really sure if the track's gonna get worse because it's getting more rutted, or if it's gonna get better because it's drying up. Not really sure, but we're watching them right now. And actually they're just finishing up. And it looks like a 2:12 was 27th. So that would put us in 33rd overall if that's true. So, but yeah, of course, you never really know how the track's gonna shape up between the practice rotations. So we'll chill for a minute, go watch some of the 450 guys, and then go give it our all in practice session 2, and hopefully we'll be in these motos and we can just go out there and have fun for the last round of the season. All right, Joseph, it's been a long season. You ready for it to be over? You
yeah, kind of sad. It's a little bit of both. I mean, you know, obviously I'm looking forward to Supercross and all that, but
yeah.
No, the outdoors was fun. I had a good time. Thank you for bringing me out.
Dude, thank you for coming. It's been sick having you. You've been helping out so much.
But yeah, man, this was obviously like one of the greatest experiences of my life. You know, getting to see this behind the scenes and all that.
Yeah.
Usually I'm on the other side of the fence, so now that I'm in the fence, and you know, it's pretty cool. But
well, you're definitely taking some stress off the old guy over there, so thank you very much, Joseph.
No problem, man.
Next year, 125 Green Races?
We might.
250 CL Loretta's?
That for sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
And how the motor plays out today, making those transitions from Johnson.
Keep on!
Look, this is the stuff you guys don't see just on TV. This stuff is so deep and so sloppy right here. That whole straightaway is just so sketchy to go down. It's hard to just stay upright. We got about 15 minutes until our second session, so we're gonna get geared up and head out there and see what the track's like, hopefully lay it down. Drop the lap times a little bit if we can. That seems to be the trend of the last couple weekends, actually the whole year. So yeah, that's on the agenda. We're gonna go out there, have some fun, and put it in these mains.
Right, we've all been talking about Adam C. and Cirillo and Dylan Ferrandis, but you said there's even more of a story to that class.
Yeah, I was giving the guys a hard time up here battling for it, but Justin Cooper is just as far behind in points as Dylan Ferrandis is, Adam Cirillo.
Riders have planned. Now they're starting to get serious. It has to happen now. 36 riders have the opportunity for that gate pick. The rest have to do the consolation race. And only well, if we take a look at these time series, track up and down the hillside. One of the new biggest obstacles. To me, that almost looks Morocco-esque, the distance they travel. The dirt here is truly remarkable.
It was good. I felt actually really good, but I still think the lap times were slower, like 2:14 or something.
Yeah.
But Joey said everyone was going slower.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It all depends on how that A group does, but should be all right.
It's drying up but getting more rough.
Yeah, it's drying up and like the ruts aren't so sloppy. Like before, it was just sloppy ruts, so you could just lean back and hold it wide open and like blitz right through them, make your own line. But now it's like when you get in a rut, you got to have really good balance. But it's getting good. It's getting a little more rough, which is kind of slowing us down, but it's fun. I think it's gonna be good for the motos, definitely. All right, guys, well, times are in after the A group, and of course, we're sitting 38th, like always on that bubble, less than a half a second out. We're like 0.3 something seconds out, so yeah, disappointing. I don't understand why I can't just find that extra half a second that I need, but once again, we're going to the LCQ, which is crazy because I felt like I was ripping out there, but obviously the field is just really fast, and yeah, it's pro motocross, never going to be easy, but the crew got the bike all ready to go, got the tear-offs on the goggles, we're all ready to go for the LCQ. We've been killing them lately, getting some pretty good starts, so you guys know the drill, just got to go out there, rip a good start, put in 4 solid laps, and get ourselves in these motos, but definitely sick and tired of doing these LCQs, so next year, gonna have to find a little bit more speed, I guess, but yeah, we're gonna get ready and head up there and do it.
Goes sideways, first gate drop. Where's the start going to come from? Where's it going to come from? I got to be honest with you, that one came from the left side of the doghouse. Absolutely. Well, yeah, this is not so much fun it was a year ago.
Rounding out the top 4. That was a double pass, Rodney. That was a 2-first. He went from first to third. Delta on the Yamaha was able to make the and here comes that battle. There's the top 3. There's 4, 5, and 6, and 7. Here it goes, gang. This is going to start to get physical shortly.
Jeff, I don't know where your dad went, but I'm still proud of you.
Checker flag is coming out.
Almost there.
Just sucks how every weekend you're just on the bubble and you're just hoping to get in and it doesn't happen, and then you got to fight through the LCQ with all those guys, and those guys are just as fast. So it's kind of, you know, it's sad, but at the same time it kind of makes you a stronger person, and hopefully for him it, you know, puts a little fire underneath. I mean, he's already fast enough, so it's just crazy how fast these guys are. You were charging through that pack so fast.
Dude,
It's crazy.
passed so many people.
You did, man. You were like in like 12th, I think you started, or something.
Yeah.
A little bit further back, and you were just slicing and dicing through everybody.
Dude, that is just so disappointing. Because I had the speed to pass those next two dudes too.
You definitely did.
I mean, it's one thing to just not be fast enough, and then, you know,
But
that's
are.
acceptable.
Yeah.
But like when I know I was fast enough to pass those dudes, and then just something stupid happens, it's like, so it's really upsetting, dude. Normally I would be like, well, next weekend, but
Nah, that's it.
that's it.
That's a wrap.
Yep. That's a wrap.
This is a tough vlog.
Yeah. Alright guys, well unfortunately I'm sure you guys can tell that LCQ did not go the way that we were hoping. I got an okay start. I think I was probably around 8th or 9th going into the first corner, and then two guys came together and had a pretty gnarly crash right in front of me, so I had to lock up the brakes pretty hard to get around them without hitting them, and that allowed a couple more guys to get around me. So once again I think we were around like 12th, 13th area coming into the second corner, so definitely knew I had my work cut out for me. Obviously we've been doing really good in the LCQs in the past, and I knew I was faster than a lot of those guys, so I just put my head down, charged really hard, made a lot of really good passes, and on the second to last lap, I actually had passed up into 4th, and I was working on passing the guy in 3rd when the guy behind me in 5th, who I had just passed, just decided to come in hot and just clean me out pretty good. So that was definitely really unfortunate, but in the LCQs, you just got to expect that stuff like that was going to happen. I mean, I was absolutely banging people on my way through the pack too, so you know, I can't really blame him too hard. Rubbin's racing, especially in the LCQ when everyone's fighting for that position, and yeah, so no hard feelings there. I probably would have done the same thing in his situation, but obviously kind of ended our day. So really unfortunate. I was really working hard for that one. I don't know how much of it is on film, but yeah, I was pretty far back and made a lot of really good passes, and was really proud of myself, and I was like, thought that I was in for sure because I was in 4th catching the guys ahead of me. I think I was going to end up like 2nd or 3rd in that one and then put it in the motos, but doesn't always happen the way you want. Those LCQs are absolute chaos, so next year I definitely need to figure out how to stay out of those things. As much of a bummer as it is, it's almost fortunate that the last round didn't go to plan. I've talked about it before, but if you guys didn't know, last year at Ironman it was an absolute torrential downpour, and I ended up getting my career best finish of 11th in the 250 class, and I felt like when I ended the season I was on such a high that I felt like I was where I needed to be, and so during the off season I just had like a lot of confidence and thought that I was already where I needed to be. So I'm not saying I didn't train as hard as I would have otherwise, but I think now this year, having a last round that kind of kicked my butt, I'm really motivated to just put some extreme work in this winter to get to where I need to be, so that, you know, I can get that extra half second, 1 second, maybe like 3 seconds in qualifying that I need to just stay out of those LCQs permanently. That would definitely be really nice, and I'm super motivated to do that, especially with this fall being my last semester of undergraduate studies at Florida Gulf Coast University. When the spring hits, I'm going to be able to really focus a lot of time to it. It's like the first time I'll ever have a span of time in the winter where I'm not going to school and have my mind on 100 different other things, so I'll be able to just focus on training really hard. I'm going to have really good equipment to train on now that Michael and all these great companies are helping me out. So it's shaping up to be a really awesome off season. And you know what, despite the last round not going perfect, I think this season was absolutely amazing. Overall, really successful. You guys know it didn't start out the greatest, but we just made improvement after improvement after improvement. Got to a spot that I was really happy with, and I think it's something that we can be really proud of, especially given the fact that, you know, this is just a hobby for me. I am going to school full time, and that's my main focus. So just to be able to come out as a full-time college student and even qualify for a round is something I'm really proud of. Definitely not something I take lightly. Now, obviously, when I get into the season, I'm not really thinking about that anymore. I'm just thinking of myself as a racer. But once I take a step back and look at it and realize where we're coming from and everything we have to go through to get to where I'm at, it's definitely a little bit humbling. So definitely cool. I'm really glad that we had the season that we did. Like I said, just something that we can be really proud of, and I'm really stoked that I was able to bring you guys along for it for the first time. I know this is kind of like the first time you guys are getting an inside look at a privateer's life going through the nationals, so hopefully it opened up your guys' eyes a little bit into just, you know, all the struggles we face, all the battles that we win, the battles we lose, all the hardships that we go through, just everything. I'm really glad I was able to bring you guys along for it, and that you guys are really stoked on it, and you want to continue supporting me and everything. Just honestly, this year has been pretty life-changing. And on that note, we have a lot of really awesome content coming up. I'm sure you guys can see these couple of parts back behind me, and they're going on this machine right here. So you can see she is torn apart at the moment. Bridget and I are in the process of tearing that thing down to get these parts put on it for you guys for the first episode of the build series on it. So really stoked to get that all underway. You guys can look forward to that. We have a lot of really awesome stuff planned for this off season, and maybe some Supercross. Who knows? We're gonna be doing a lot of really cool stuff, and I'm really excited to announce it all for you guys when the time comes. So I hope you guys are stoked on the season. I know I definitely am, despite that last round. If you guys are enjoying the process so far, like I said in the beginning of this video, there are a couple different ways you guys can help support me if that's something you're looking to do. First and foremost, obviously just watching my videos, giving them a thumbs up, liking, subscribing, telling your friends about it. That's the best way that you guys can support me. But for those of you who are looking to do a little bit more, I mentioned that we just got some new merch in. So we got some really cool phone cases. That's kind of like the tropical Florida logo. It's got some of my sponsor logos on it, the ones who are helping me out the most. And then the whole theme of this merch drop is kind of around this whole tropical vibe. So there's t-shirts, tank tops, sweatshirts, stickers, all that sort of stuff based on this new logo that I'm kind of trying to turn into me. So that link will be down in the description. You guys can go check out the merch. If you're not looking to buy any merch, but you still want to help out, I did start that Patreon account I was talking about. So it's patreon.com/jaywalk. Bunch of different tiers you guys can go sign up for. And I'm doing a big jersey giveaway, like I said, right now. So if you guys go and sign up for Patreon, you'll be entered to win that jersey that I was talking about. So yeah, all that stuff really helps me out a lot. It's definitely going to keep this content coming, and we're going to be doing it all again next year, and just bigger and better stuff every time. So thank you guys very much. Hope you guys are looking forward to what we have in store for the future. I'm definitely excited to announce it and get stuff rolling. But yeah, as for now, that's going to do it on the 2019 outdoor season. Definitely sad to see it over, but it was a good run. We'll catch you in the next one. See you guys.